Good evening and welcome to the Village of Lansing Board meeting, October 7th, 2025. Will you please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, welcome everyone. Clerk, would you please take roll?
Trustee Zeldenrust.
Here.
Trustee Nelson. Here. Trustee Boss.
Here.
Trustee Smith. Here. Trustee Lamont.
Here.
Trustee Valens.
Here. Thank you. Trustees have before them the minutes of the Village Board meeting on September 16, 2025. Are there any questions or discussion? If not, I need a motion to accept. I'll move. We have a motion to accept, second to accept the minutes. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Boss.
Aye.
Trustee Zeldenrust.
Aye.
Trustee Nelson. Aye. Trustee Smith. Aye. Trustee Lamont.
Aye.
And Trustee Valens.
On the agenda, I'm going to do a little flip-flopping here under the mayor's report. The Lansing Municipal Airport, that we did get a reliever's award that I would like to present and tell everyone about how the event went and all about what a reliever airport is. We are waiting for Mr. Hannigan, who is bringing the award and I guess the heavy stuff. So anyway, but moving on, I'm going to move on to approval and presentation of a proclamation in support of the American Travel Discovery Trail. So as it reads, a proclamation in support of the American Discovery Trail. Whereas the American Discovery Trail is the nation's longest and sole non-motorized coast-to-coast trail, and whereas the American Discovery Trail travels through the village of Lansing, Illinois, and whereas the American Discovery Trail Society manages the American Discovery Trail and leads volunteers who continue to develop and improve the 6,800-mile trail stretching from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean. And whereas the multi-use trail provides year-round access to outdoor recreation, transportation, improved fitness, and sources of pleasure to residents and visitors of the village of Lansing. And whereas the village of Lansing is an ideal destination for many of today's outdoor recreation enthusiasts, and whereas available supporting services and facilities such as lodging, restaurants, and stores make the village of Lansing an outstanding heritage and nature-based tourism destination. And whereas casual walkers, day hikers, weekend backpackers, and bikers want to enjoy the American Discovery Trail, and the village of Lansing can provide the gateway to their experience. Now, therefore, by the authority of the village president and the board of trustees, the village of Lansing does hereby proclaim to be an American Discovery Trail town. The village commends the American Discovery Trail Society for its work in developing and improving the American Discovery Trail and encourages all residents and visitors to hike and ride a bike on the American Discovery Trail, adopted this 7th day of October 2025. Village President Brian P. Carter. Congratulations. Well, we need a motion to accept so we have a motion to accept. We have a motion and a second. Clerk, can you please take the roll?
Trustee Boss. Aye. Trustee Zeldenrust.
Aye.
Trustee Nelson. Aye. Trustee Smith. Aye. Trustee Lamont.
Aye.
Trustee Valens.
Aye. Congratulations, John. I'm sorry I was jumping to conclusions quick there, but you know, I know John Will said this was a lot of your hard work. I appreciate it. But again, I'm honored to know that Lansing now is going to be the American Discovery Trail town. So thank you. With that being said, I don't think we got Brian Hannigan here, so we're going to move on to a village administrator's report. Mr. Podgorski.
Thank you, Mayor, for having this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Then moving on to a village attorney's report, Mr. Walsh.
Nothing to report.
Thank you, sir. Finance and HRC, Trustee Smith.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to make a motion to approve payroll and total accounts payable the amounts of $1,430,275.65 and $2,022,136.65.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept and approval of the bills and payroll. Clerk, please take roll.
Trustee Smith.
Aye.
Trustee Valencia.
Aye.
Trustee Abbasi.
Aye.
Trustee Zeldenrust.
Aye.
Trustee Robinson.
Aye.
Trustee Lamont.
Aye.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, trustee. Moving on to airport insurance, trustee Valencia.
Nothing in this meeting, Mayor, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to fire and economic development, trustee Abbasi.
Thank you, Mayor, no item for this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to police and public works, trustee Zeldenrust.
Thank you, Mayor. That was one item to propose. I move that we pass resolution 1506 supporting the Safe Routes to School initiative and authorizing a non-infrastructure grant application through the Illinois Department of Transportation Safe Routes to School program.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on resolution number 1506, supporting the Safe Route to School initiative and authorizing a non-infrastructure grant application through the Illinois Department of Transportation Safe Routes to School program. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Zeldenrust.
Aye.
Trustee Abbasi.
Aye.
Trustee Valencia.
Aye.
Trustee Robinson.
Aye.
Trustee Smith.
Aye.
Trustee Lamont.
Aye.
Thank you. A couple items here to authorize. Next up, make a motion that we approve the Illinois EPA lead service line replacement fiscal year 2026 intended funding list board for the Village of Lansing, including both principal forgiveness and loan funding amounts.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Illinois EPA lead service line replacement FY 2026 intended funding listed awards for the Village of Lansing includes both principal and forgiveness and loan funding amounts. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Zeldenrust.
Aye.
Trustee Abbasi.
Aye.
Trustee Valencia.
Aye.
Trustee Robinson.
Aye.
Trustee Lamont.
Aye.
Trustee Smith.
Aye.
Thank you. Further move that we authorize advertising for bids for rehabilitation of ground storage water reservoirs.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to authorize advertising for bid for rehabilitation of the ground storage water reservoirs. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Zeldenrust.
Aye.
Trustee Abbasi.
Aye.
Trustee Valencia.
Aye.
Trustee Robinson.
Aye.
Trustee Lamont.
Aye.
Trustee Smith.
Aye.
And finally, I make a motion that we authorize advertising for bids for Paxton Avenue and Fernwood, Willow Lane, detention pond maintenance.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, authorize advertising for bid for Paxton Avenue and Fernwood Willow Lane detention pond maintenance. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Zeldenrust.
Aye.
Trustee Abbasi.
Aye.
Trustee Valencia.
Aye.
Trustee Robinson.
Aye.
Trustee Lamont.
Aye.
Trustee Smith.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, that's all I have for this meeting.
Thank you, trustee. Moving on to building, IT, L&N, and marketing, trustee Lamont.
Nothing for this meeting, Mayor.
Thank you, trustee. Moving on to youth center and venue operation, trustee Robinson.
Nothing this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee. At this time, I'm going to open it up to public comment. Public comment is 5 minutes. Please, if you wouldn't mind stepping up to the microphone up here with your name, address, and then whatever, like I said, you got 5 minutes to talk about. Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Cary Dutchler. And I'm calling in today about the rubbish in the back of my driveway. What it was about over a month ago was a fire next door, and it's still like they did investigation, and it's still like rubbish there, which I can't utilize my garage. So I don't know what to do. I don't know if the village can come out and move the stuff off of my property so I can utilize my stuff to put it back on his place. I don't know what's happening, but I know that they stopped the investigation, and but I'm not like $1,500 for deductible. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know for what reason. You know, but it's horrible. You know, I have to look at, you know, I come out of my window and I have to look at this stuff all day. This morning I get up, I go to work at 2 o'clock in the morning, I got a possum in the backyard because it's open back there. So I really want to close the thing back.
Yes.
You know, I want to put all the stuff back and go on with my life, but I don't really want. So I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything that the village can do to have this.
Yes, sir, I totally understand. I've driven by your house and through the alley, and I know exactly what you're talking about. And I reached out now to Chief Coinga, and I'm going to reach out to our attorney, Matt Walsh, and maybe that you can give me some direction now that the investigation is done. And like the gentleman said, the fire was to the south of his property, and a lot of the debris has fallen onto his driveway. Can we now, the village, you know, can we get maybe a crew over there to go ahead and, you know, at least push some of the debris back onto this guy's property?
Chief Coinga and I will talk to the gentleman after.
Oh, okay. So we're going to get you some answers, sir, and hopefully quickly, because I know you've been very patient. Yes, thank you so much. Yes. Hello.
Hi, my name is Jardonnay Belcher. I read a ticket in April regarding the part of my home that is after my sidewalk towards what the village owns. There's multiple dips, about 5 different dips that go, that is cracked and damaged. I mean, that's fixed, and it has now cracked my windshield from me driving and backing out of my car. It doesn't matter how I back out because of the multiple dips that is damaging my vehicle now.
So this is the area between the sidewalk and the curb?
This is between the street and then
The city
Street?
sidewalk?
street, city sidewalk, no, street, curb, sidewalk.
Okay. Yeah. And so is it blacktop?
No, it's not.
What I can tell you is that I think, Zoran, would you be able to help out and take a look at this address?
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely, we'll go out tomorrow morning and take a look at it.
All right.
I'll
Thank you.
give,
I'm going to have our building commissioner look at it and see what, you know, what we can do to, you know, facilitate, and if it's something that needs to be fixed, you know,
Okay.
on the village's end, we'll definitely look into it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Zoran. You're welcome. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, Marilyn Freeman. I have a letter here for the mayor and council members. I'm not sure how it's passed out.
Trustee Valencia, help you out. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No, it's the same item. And thank you. Wednesday, September 24th is the day I will soon not forget. My dog and companion, his name was Fellow, bolted from my car, which is at the back of my house, after seeing another dog across the street at a neighbor's house, and he was tragically struck and killed by the car. From that moment forward, my memory of events is just fragmented. The neighbor had visitors who were understandably upset, and I was in shock. And as I carried my dog to the back of the property, holding him tightly, it's just blood everywhere, all over my clothes. I was trying to just process the situation. Remarkably, the individuals responsible for the accident returned to the scene. In this crazy world, these people came back. At that time, I was just in such shock. I contacted my family, church members. I didn't know what else to do. And the man and the lady, they returned, and they stayed with me. And they stayed with my best friend, total strangers. And together we went over exactly what to do. We made the decision to bury Fellow's remains. We talked about cremation. We just did everything. It was just like one large family there mourning my companion, my pet. During this time, it was support, prayers, conversation. It just brought so much comfort in me and to them also, because they were devastated. I'm not sure who called Officer Douglas, but Officer Douglas arrived. During his presence, he spent approximately 30 minutes with his back turned to me, addressing the individuals that had stopped, the Good Samaritans that had came back, congratulating them on returning, shaking their hands, asking them if they were okay. He then told me that directly, he turned to me only for the first time and said, "This was your fault." Several times he said to me, "This was your fault." He then inquired whether I was the homeowner, because he heard us discussing about burying the, digging a grave. And he says to me, "Are you the homeowner?" Well, if you're not, then you have to notify the homeowner that you intend to bury cremains in the backyard. All this while I'm just holding my companion. And you have to notify Night Court. It was like, you have to notify Night Court that you're digging. There was just no empathy. At one point, the man who had returned even offered to assist me with burying the dog, and then Officer Douglas intervened saying, "No, you don't have to do that." When he made that statement, that action was outside the scope of his duties as an animal control officer, and it constituted inappropriate interference in a deeply personal and emotional matter. By attempting to prevent this simple act of compassion, he overstepped his authority, disregarded my grieving process, and asserted himself unnecessarily into a private decision that was not his to make. Throughout the entire incident, there was complete absence of compassion or empathy from both the situation and for me. There was no empathy on behalf of Officer Douglas the whole time he was there and his actions. It seemed to me even the individuals that had stopped, they were bothered by this. The man even turned to him and said, "She just lost her best friend." And it was just like a shrug of the shoulders. Like, his conduct was so compounded. It so compounded my shock and distress. And his repeated assertion that the accident was my fault was just so insensitive. I submit this letter to formally document the lack of professionalism, empathy, and inappropriate boundaries displayed by Officer Douglas during this extremely difficult and personal situation. Thank you for listening to my story, and I pray some changes are made respectively. Even on a leash, dogs can suddenly bolt or pull away from their owners. It's important to remember that no matter how well trained or gentle a dog may feel, dogs are still animals with natural instincts that can quickly take over. A sudden noise, another animal, or even a fast-moving object can trigger their chase or flight response. Despite the best efforts of human caretakers, these sensitive reactions can happen in an instant. So compassion and empathy must be present in these situations where there is a loss of life. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Marilyn.
You're welcome, sir.
Marilyn, first of all, I just want to say I'm terribly sorry about the loss
Thank you.
of your companion.
He was my baby.
Not taking anything
My
away
baby.
from your incident that happened many years ago. I lost our dog, to a car accident. But I will say that I'm sorry that this incident happened, and I will address it and ask questions by the probably right of my.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully we can change that.
Thank you.
We all are so sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Mary.
I'm going to, does anyone else have anything to public comment? Now I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to move on to, do the trustees have anything for old business? Do the trustees have anything for new business? Mr. Hannigan, I wanted to say thank you for running back to Village Hall.
Sure.
And getting this presentation that we have here. I'm going to just kind of start things off here. I'm honored that the airport was named Airport of the Year, Reliever Airport, and that was a lot going on. Tom and I, Tom Gorski and I, Tom is the maintenance manager of the airport. We went to Galena, Illinois about a week ago to accept this award. It was at the Eagle Ridge Resort, and it was hosted by Jeff Hurst, Bureau Chief of Aviation Safety and Education, Division of Aeronautics, by the Illinois Department of IDOT, of Transportation. So again, I was honored to receive this award. Again, you see Tom and I, we were there, we had a very nice lunch. We had a very long ride. Tom, how long was it? About 3.5 hours to get to Galena?
3.5 to get there, it was over 4 to get back.
Yeah, so Tom learned a lot about me, I learned a lot about Tom. But it was, like you said, it was a nice ride going up there. Again, I was honored, we had lunch. And then the gentleman in the middle, feels like poor Jeff is between two kind of linebackers there, but that's Jeff Hurst. And I just kind of want to give a small summary to everyone to let you guys know what a reliever airport is. A reliever airport is a general aviation airport that reduces congestion as a busy commercial airport by diverting general aviation aircraft, which are typically smaller planes not used for scheduled airline services. By providing an alternative landing and operating facility, reliever airports allow major commercial airports to better handle commercial airline traffic, improving overall airport capacity and efficiency. So, again, congratulations to the Lansing Airport. Everyone here, congratulations to Lansing. There are a lot of airports in the state of Illinois. Tom, I don't know, there's got to be 100?
Probably more.
Yeah.
I've never counted.
So, but again, it was a great honor to be there. Again, you know, being the mayor to get this award, but I just kind of want to say thank you to everyone because you guys have all worked very hard to get to this point. It doesn't happen that often. So again, congratulations. Tom, is there anything you wanted to add to it?
I do know that we have gotten some feedback from other pilots that have come in that are coming to our airport because of all the congestion at the other airports around. So they are coming to us, which is great. More traffic in the community, more fuel sales, more sales at the different shops around the town. So that's a good thing. So it helps.
So, but again, congratulations everyone. And
110.
110, okay, well, thank you, I appreciate that. I know there's a lot of airports. Yeah. So is there a award somewhere? Brian, did you break, actually? Oh, okay. Well, we also got that little crystal too, which is nice. And I think what we'll do is we'll display it at Village Hall. So anybody wants to come and see it, we'll keep it up there. But again, what a great honor. Congratulations to Lansing and Lansing Airport. I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, with that being said, do the trustees have anything else for new business? I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Boston.
Aye.
Trustee Zeldenrust.
Aye.
Trustee Marilyn Freeman. Trustee Smith. Trustee Lamont. Trustee Wilson.
Give the clerk a minute to set up for committee.